Well, hey there, everybody. Again, you're going to notice that I have not been on Instagram, YouTube, anything for the longest time now. And the reason being, I have been deciding what do I want to do with my life going forward. As a lot of you would know, I coached my son for the last 18 years, and after not having a great Olympics or selection for this last Olympics, Michael decided to go off and try something new, and that left me deciding what should I do, and I feel like that I got into swimming and coaching because I loved my son and I wanted to help him to be his best, and that we did. It was amazing. I mean, Michael's broken 3 world records back to back in the junior world championships, and we had an amazing run from the beginning all the way up to after Tokyo. And after Tokyo, unfortunately, I made adjustments, right? And my scientist that I worked with, he passed away, and I think, unfortunately, as people, I started to think like, well, I'm the scientist. I'm finding things that work and don't, and basically what I did for the last 3 years was made Michael a little bit slower, and so him moving on was a real shocker to me. It's like, well, come on, I've worked my whole life here, but the reality is I veered away from science, and and then I sat thinking, well, I'm tired of swimming. But I'm gonna do farming. I want to be a farmer. I'm a farmer anyway by nature, right, and by birth, and I love the farm. I love growing stuff. I love cows. It sounds weird, but I do like to process meat, and so I decided that maybe that's something I want to really advance now. And what I realized is, I've had such a huge run with swimming, and I've always had this where people looked at Michael and I and said, yeah, well, Michael does well because he's an anomaly, and anyone would get him to do so well. And what I've seen is, obviously, yes, his career was unbelievable. He was, by the age of 16, he had broken over 100 national age group records. He still holds the 100 breaststroke and American record, and still a couple world junior records, and so his career has been fantastic, and it was all done on science until I started veering away. That's when things went wrong. And so the biggest drawback that I think in our training is people have looked at us and said, well, it can't work in a group. And so I've decided, what, I would like to do this with a group and show that this works with a group, and it's even more impressive. My challenge was finding a team that would work with me, where I'd have free reign to be able to do what I've done with Michael and not have kickback. And as you can see behind me, I am currently in Hawaii on Oahu, and this is our new home. I've found a program that is going to let me run USRPT with the team, and my goal now is to track everything we do so I can show you step by step, and then show you with footage on the athletes, how we work with them, why we work with them. So I feel like I'd like to put this on YouTube and as many other avenues as I can, so that I can share and teach and show the world that, science is the way to go. I've been fortunate enough to be able to be collaborating with others that have followed me from our upcoming where we did well, and it's so beautiful to be able to now collaborate back with them and to learn together. And so really a lot of them were very instrumental in me deciding, okay, I'm going to do and finish this swimming journey well. And we're learning so much from science too, and especially what we've been seeing in studies is how the vast majority of swimmers have shoulder problems because swimming's done incorrectly. And I would like to document and show how science would dictate we should train our bodies. And so follow along, because I'm going to be posting and I'm going to enjoy this process. And if this doesn't work with the group, we'll see it right here. But otherwise, I will present the evidence and I will show you what the athletes swim in the beginning and what they swim in the end. And yeah, it'll be a wonderful journey, and what a wonderful place to do it, because Hawaii is just magical, and we are so blessed. and I'm looking forward to this journey with you guys. So follow along, sign up, join up, and join us on the journey. This is our pool where it's all going to happen. That's my office there in the end. It's a beautiful 50-meter pool. We have blocks on the start end of the 50, and then we have blocks for the 25s, many lanes. In the far end there we have a learn to swim. So this is just the beginning, getting a couple athletes before the season starts, getting them used to the change and doing your SRPT sets, and then understanding how to time each other properly, and then just generally getting that adaptation to a different training. And then obviously we'll be doing a lot of videoing and watching stroke, and then sharing back with the athletes and getting them to understand and watch themselves. So it's incredible. And then our break right in front of our house. This is Damon, who's the head of our program, and what a beautiful place Hawaii is, right?